What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So in today's video, we're going to talk a bit about the fact that we are able to transmog common items and gray items in the future in WoW, and why it's so important to jump on it, because I've made a lot of videos on really good white and gray items from vendors and also mob farms, and I intend to do so, to continue to do so, because I can definitely see it bringing in a lot of gold in the future. We don't know yet when it's being implemented into the game. They just said it's coming with the Dragonflight or before. And it's going to make you a lot of gold, and that's what I'm going to talk about in this video, because as I've uploaded quite a few videos on it already, there's already people being like, student, no one is going to buy these white items, no one is going to buy these gray items, and so on. So if you're like me and you actually see the potential in these items, make sure you subscribe to my channel and you will be notified whenever I upload a new video, because a lot of them you want to jump on them fast, especially when the change is implemented to the game. I also want to mention that you guys can still purchase the all of the gold guides with the weekend sale. There's only 20 copies out there, and well, now there's less than 20, but by using the code weekend you can get any of the gold guides for only $9.90. This also includes TBC Classic and the Wrath of the Lich King gold guide. So if you guys are playing that like TBC in order to prepare for Wrath of the Lich King, or you're planning on playing Wrath of the Lich King, make sure to grab them now when they're on a huge sale. And this far left one, the from 0 to 10 million gold guide, is the retail version, and I made this in BFA. I updated the guide for Shadowlands, and when Dragonflight comes out, I'm updating it for Dragonflight as well. And if you buy the book, you get every single future update for free for life. So make sure to check it out. It's going to be linked down below in the description and also pinned comments. So quickly, we're going to talk about the use of gray and white items. Right now, there really isn't any. Like, if you want to buy, or if you get like a cool poor or common item, you would have to equip it, just run around with it if you want to see its appearance, right? But Blizzard said that they are going to implement these items, and you can add them to your wardrobe, meaning that you can transmog your epic loot into like a broom, for instance, or a pitchfork. There's a lot of unique items for gray and common items, and this is so cool. Not only because there's unique items that people actually want to use on their transmog, but also because the add-on All the Things, or ATT, is extremely popular these days. Like, some people are playing the game to only gather stuff. Like, they want to get 100% completion on their tunes. They want to gather every single item that they can for their tune. And it's really big, and these people are spending a lot of gold. So normally the people that have been telling me that white items and gray items won't sell, they weren't around when transmog originally came out. Because believe it or not, when Blizzard say, hey, you guys will be able to transmog your gear, right? Because back in the days, if you got some shitty looking raid gear, that's the way you had to look like. You couldn't transmog any gear. So when Blizzard said we will be able to transmog our gear into any look that we want to, as long as we can obtain the appearance, there was still people who said, no one is going to buy old content transmog. Everyone is going to be wanting to look like an absolute Chad wearing the current content gear. And if you guys played back then and you actually capitalized on the transmog, god damn, it was making so much gold. It was insane. And I think the exact same thing will happen again with white item and gray items, but of course in a smaller scale, right? But it will still be good. Like, some people will buy gray and white items to equip them for their fancy main tunes and whatnot, and some people just want to buy every single unique looking gray and and white item to add it to their collection because they want to collect them all. So basically what happens is the day that it goes live into the game, people will use add-ons like ATT, for instance, and they will just scan through the auction house of all the white and gray items that they haven't collected yet, and they will just buy out one of each. Like ATT will tell you exactly which item is unique, which item you haven't collected, how much it's up for on the auction house, and all of that. And they just buy them all out. If you guys have been in the transmog game for a while, you've probably seen like you've seen it before in on green items. Like people will go and they will go to for instance shields, and they will buy out every single shield, every single unique looking shield that they haven't added to their wardrobe yet. They will just buy it all. Sometimes I sell 15 shields to the same dude because he figured that he wanted to start collecting stuff, so he's buying every appearance that he doesn't have. And the exact same thing will happen with white and gray items. There is only one problem. It's not a big problem, but it hasn't been answered yet. And that's the fact that if I were to go in the auction house right now, and let's say that I want to purchase a polearm, right? So if I go in the auction house right now and I buy out, let's say I buy this 1,000 gold polearm, this bad boy right here. Let's just buy it for the sake of the video. I haven't collected this this transmog yet. I buy it, I equip it. Now it's going to be added to my wardrobe. But right now, as the game is right now, I could just go on the auction house and I could sell this bad boy again. Gray and white items, you're able to sell those on the auction house after equipping them. They don't become soul-bound. Like, that's one of the reasons that I've seen in the comment section of why people don't want to, or they don't believe in the white and gray item transmogs, because you can just sell them again. And there's absolutely no way. I find it very hard to believe that Blizzard will implement this change and they will allow you to sell the gear after you've added it to your appearance. That's not the case with any other items. Sure, gray and common items, they work like that right now, but there's absolutely no way. I can, with a 98% assurance, they're definitely going to make them soul-bound when you equip them and add them to your wardrobe, like your collection. Otherwise, sure, you're going to get way less sales. They will still sell, but they will be harder to sell because people will buy them and then just relist them on the auction house and sell them. So there's going to be a lot of items in circulation eventually, especially the rare items, the ones that are really hard to get. There's going to be a bunch of those because people will farm them. They will just use them and throw them back up on the auction house. But I find that very, very unlikely. Another thing that I see is I made a video on like vendors where you can buy gray and common items. There's a bunch of them, bunch of vendors around the world that sells unique looking transmog, and a lot of people they're like, student, why would anyone buy this let's say this wand for 1,000 gold on the auction house when they can buy it for 4 gold at the vendor? And that's a pretty normal response. Like, I understand why people think that way. Because they haven't done anything similar in the past. People are underestimating people's laziness. It's insane what people are buying on the auction house. Like, people are buying blacksmithing hammers for 100 times the value of a blacksmithing hammer. Like, if you go on the auction house right now and you search up blacksmithing hammer, oh, blacksmith hammer, is that it? You can see it's up for, well, right now it's someone actually destroyed the price on it. But if you guys take a look at the reach and sale average, it's 80 gold for a blacksmithing hammer. That's very normal. If you search up dye needed for just tailoring crafts, people sell that as well for 10x, 20x the vendor price. It's extremely common. I even did a series a while back where I started with 1 gold and I just bought vendor trading goods put it up on the auction house, and sold it for insane values. People are super lazy. People would much rather just scan through ATT, set like a... They're gonna, let's say, it's pretty normal to be like, okay, I'm gonna buy every item that I don't already have that's less than 1,000 gold. Even though that staff is 3 gold at a vendor in Orgrimmar, people can't be arsed. It's 1,000 gold. It's a calling, right? They do a world quest. They don't give a shit about the 1,000 gold. These guys, especially the big boys, they got millions of gold. And they just scan through the auctions, they buy everything that they're missing. They don't want to fly around to every single vendor in Azeroth and buy out all the gray and the white items. Some people will, sure, but there's a lot of people that won't do that. They can't be arsed doing that. And that is pretty much it. To end up the discussion, I believe in gray and white items being extremely profitable. The only thing that could destroy it if Blizzard doesn't make the items soulbound when you add them to your appearance, but that's very unlikely. And to the people that don't really believe in gray and white items, they probably didn't believe in transmog items when it was first implemented into the game. And if they don't care about common items and gray items, that, hey, it's just less competition for the rest of us. It's been this way for an eternity. There's always going to be those people who will find an excuse to why they can't make gold with it. Like some people are just wired like that. It doesn't matter what gold farm, what technique you upload on YouTube. There's always going to be some people arguing against it because that's just how they're wired, I guess. But yeah, that's just my thoughts about the gray and white items becoming moggable. So please let me know down below in the comment section what you think about it. Like, is it going to be good? Are you guys personally invested into it? Are you planning on jumping into it? Let me know down below in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And don't forget to check out the massive sale, the weekend sale. There's only a limited amount of these for $9.90 using code WEEKEND. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see all of you back in at tomorrow's video. But that's it for now. Bye-bye.